It says I am live. Am I live? Oh, golly, there's quite the glare on the screen. It's sunny. I see one person there. I don't know who it is, but hi. This is Susan with Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And it is so cold. Hi. Hi, Jenar. Hi, Cat's Eye. Hi, Kiki Eyes. Do I have to tell you it's cold? Hi, Susan Bezio. Oh, gosh, and I forgot to turn my notifications off, as always. Hi, Owen Flo. Hi, Ocean Tide. I know, Jenar. Hi, Cotton Candy 65. Cotton Candy, may I mod you over here? I don't have very many mods over here, but you never know. Hi, Sweet Tea. Kiki Eyes, oh, honey. Thank you for your $2 super sticker. Hi, Carrie. Boy, in this lighting, look, guys, if I do this, hillbilly facelift, all my wrinkles go away. Anyway, I've got a little bit of time before I walk rags again. It's about, last time I checked, it was 6 degrees Fahrenheit here. It's supposed to get up to around 34. Yay. How we are having any meltage at all, I don't understand, but we are. The boss has been able to make it to work. I will tell you that yesterday morning, I know, Ocean Tide. Kiki, darling, don't you, thank you so much. Honey, every dollar adds up. You know that, baby. And I'm very grateful, always. So yesterday morning, the boss, I'm like, you're gonna try to go in, huh? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go out this way and around this way, because I think going that way will be better than going this way. Okay, makes sense to me. Yeah, hillbilly. That's my hillbilly facelift. I'm not gonna do it again. Anyway, baby, if you said it was okay to mod you, I missed it. You come back. Carrie, I bet the snow's deep out where you are in the Pacific Northwest. Cotton Candy 65, I'm going to mod you if you don't answer me. I'm going to go ahead and mod you anyway. Y'all, my hair's a mess. I don't care. I just finished cleaning litter boxes. Oh, I'm kind of being nice and waiting. Hi, flies. Good morning, darling. I think I've said hi to everybody. You guys know me. I don't like to miss anyone. So anyway, excuse me. You're supposed to be getting a foot of snow today. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I say, oh my goodness, taking into account your locale. Is that all? Just a foot? Oh, goodness. Okay, there we go. Yes, you may mod me. Thank you, darling. Add as a moderator, standard moderator. Thank you, Cotton Candy 65. You never know, because Carrie, we have a time difference. Sometimes Teresa can't be here, and sometimes Flies has uh, personal things to attend to or whatnot. And, it's nice to have a couple of moderators around just in case. So, on with my story, and then I want to do this stroll down memory lane before it's time to walk Rags again. So he does as he says. And by the time he's backed out of the driveway and pulled out onto our street road, I've walked into the kitchen, and you kids have been through our whole house, so you know how things are laid out here. So I walk into the kitchen to the kitchen sink, and I'm looking out the window because the window is over the kitchen sink. I mean, are you being lazy? Flies. I don't think so. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to take a little stroll down memory lane. I'm doing this because Flies made this for me. Hi, Marianne Nolan. Cat's eye, you have a warm, fuzzy cat on your lap. There are several cats around. We'll take a look at them. But I'm going to tell this story. The headlights on his little pickup truck go askew, as in not headed in the correct direction. Once he pulls out onto not the main road, but the more main road than our road that runs in front of our house. Now, as an aside, I find this odd, but our side streets melted and cleared, but the main road out here is still white. And that's where he was yesterday morning before there was any meltage at all. And I decided, I was still suited up because I had just finished walking Rags, but I decided I would just stand there and look out the window and not go out to offer assistance unless he got out of the truck. And by that time, his front tires were in our ditch line, and his headlights were shining into my kitchen window. Of course, it's dark. I mean, it's not even 6:30 in the morning yet. And the next thing I hear is revving it up. Now, I had asked him before he left, because DeBoss inherited that little green pickup truck when his dad, our pop, passed away, September 28th, 2022. And I don't know the year of it. And so I asked him before he left that morning, does that truck have front wheel drive or four-wheel drive? And he said no. I was like, oh, great. Rear wheel drive. Okay. In this particular instance, it was wonderful because when he put it in reverse, those back tires more or less dug into the precipitation that had collected and compacted and literally backed him right out of the ditch. And I thought, okay, well, he's going to come back around and pull in the driveway and say, to heck with this. Not DeBoss. He pulled back around and went right past our driveway. And after a little while, I got a text that said, I made it to work. That's a condensed version, okay? He gets home yesterday evening. Comes in, of course, he works in a lumber yard, so he's cold, right? Um, and so as he's taking off all of his layers, I notice a bit of a, and I ask him how he's doing. Turns out he had taken a little tumble on a patch of ice at work and had fallen and bumped his shoulder. Where is he now? At work. He's the boss. That's what he does. Anyway, so that's my hi, good morning. I'm Susan. Welcome to Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. If you're new, we're glad you're here. If you are a returning subscriber, we're glad you're here. And if you are a member, we're glad you're here. Thank you. And if you are a member, please don't forget you do have only one perk here, and those are your custom emojis, and feel free to use them. Even little old man, even though he's not with us anymore. So anyway, that's my winter story. And if you happen to see the photograph that I posted yesterday on our community tab, Carrie Bishop, you've been a cracking cat for 7 months. I can't believe we've been monetized that long, you guys. Carrie Bishop, our managing moderator and my very, very good friend, was the very first member on this channel. There you go. There's those custom emojis. If I ever learn how to make any, I get to a certain place and then YouTube says, well, your emojis have to be this particular ratio, and I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what ratio means, like the concept, but I don't know how, all of that. So, anywho, so because it's cold and there's still snow on the ground, I was sitting here taking a little, if you saw the title, stroll down memory lane. And on my other channel, which if I were you, I wouldn't necessarily watch. But on my other channel that's called Lip Locked No More, that has nothing whatsoever to do with animals, except before the boss and I started this channel. The other channel is my channel. I mean, he's seen it. He knows what I do over there and all that, which is rather beside the point. But other than to help anybody new to understand that this channel is his channel and my channel. The other channel is mine. Okay. Well, hi, Patches. Before I started Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction, a title that, with permission, I borrowed from the Lip Locked No More, my other channel, a comment section there when I had posted a kitty cat video. And one of my regular subs over there referred to the kitties here in that comment section as Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And I asked that commenter, that subs, I'm getting emotional. I asked permission if, can I use that? And permission was given. So it became, hi, Whiskey Boots. It became, hi, Not a Drama Nana, the name of this channel. So that's where the name came from. Once we got a community tab on this channel, which was created because subs on my other channel that are kitty cat lovers who began to realize what we were actually doing here that had nothing to do with that channel. And I would just post videos for something positive and different to look at there. because most of what I talk about there is not uplifting at all. And so, yeah, let's start a kitty cat channel. That's, again, a highly condensed version of a rather long story. Patches is on my lap here. Well, I don't know if I can do this without my phone falling out of the tripod, but I'm trying. So, once we got the community tab on furry feline monsters of mass destruction, the only way I could figure out to share the few cat videos on my other channel with the viewers here was to post, just to share them, of course, which means you have to go over to the other channel to watch them, which is great because it gives the other channel clicks and views and whatnot. But this morning on my stroll down memory lane, I pulled up the playlist that's called Cats on the other channel. Hi, Patty Barnett. I can barely see you guys chat. I just happened to see somebody saying hi to Patty. As a matter of fact, it's a bit discombobulating for me, so let me pull it back up here for a minute. So, because it's cold and there's snow on the ground and I had a little bit of time, I thought, you know what, if you're going to sit here and watch these old cat videos, many being very relative, because I think there are only like 20 something videos on there and they're all short, but a number of them are the Kraken cats, the ninja kittens, like right after they were rescued, which is actually, I think, now don't hold me to this because timelines can get discombobulated, especially when you're old like me and you don't really pay that much attention to the calendar unless it's getting close to Social Security Day. Well, it was around that time, though, that I think that viewers on my other channel, one or two here and there, would say something like, well, why don't you start, hi, Sassy Ann, why don't you start a kitty cat channel? Okay, so I think I left that part out of the condensed version. So we did, and one thing led to another, and you know, from the very beginning, the introductory video tells you, you know, here's who I am and here's why I'm here. But I thought, if you're going to sit here and watch these old kitty cat videos, maybe you could go live on Furry Feline, since you haven't been live on there for a number of days. And maybe some of the subs over there haven't seen them and they're short. And because it's my channel, my other channel, there's no fear of a copyright strike. So that's what I want to do. Whiskey Boots, you're in Florida on the river and it's too cold to fish. Used to go to Florida every, almost every February for the Daytona 500. We actually stayed at Flagler Beach and would travel down to Daytona Beach and Daytona every day. Is Yorkshire, hi, darling. Is it as cold across the pond as it is here in the United States? We're all pretty cold. Whiskey Boots 19 was just sharing with us that they're on the river in Florida, where most snowbirds go. You know, you go to Florida in the wintertime because it's nice and sunny down there. Unfortunately, it's too cold to fish on the river today. So, for anybody It's chuffing freezing. Oh, Yorkshire. Do you have snow? I'm listening to motorists trying to, you have snow as well. Okay. So I thought for anybody that wants to hang out for a few minutes, I would, that we'll watch them. Okay. I'm just going to pull them up on the big screen and just watch them. But my, how those cats have changed. Oh, what I was going to say. I would offer even to take you guys when I go walk Rags, but I just have not figured out a way to do that. Especially, I mean, you know, I've done uploads and and I'm doing this, which is fine. But not with ice and snow on the ground. Yeah. And it's a live stream with live chat. Hi, Wist, obviously. Y'all are like, duh, like we didn't know that. So if I were to accidentally, Sassy Ann, oh my goodness. Thank you for your $20 super sticker. Wow. So anyway, I would take you on a live walk with Rags, but I just haven't figured out how to do that. And if I were to accidentally bump the wrong thing on the phone, you know, I could accidentally end the live or accidentally block somebody or ah. So on this cold day, then before her next walk, just going to watch a few cat videos from my other channel. And please understand, this is not some sort of a thing to get you to go sub to my other channel. That's not what this is. This is literally what I have said. Me starting to take a stroll down memory lane and going, hey, hi, Jesse Jewel. You haven't been live on Furry Feline in a number of days. Why not share? By the way, please make sure to consume plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Even when it's cold, you still need to stay hydrated. All right, so drink plenty of water. The brooder lamp and the cocooning, as I call it, of Rags's outdoor kennel, and the straw in her doghouse, and the extra blankets on the wooden pallet. No fussing. Mommy's on the live stream, please. Baby Dumpling and Patches are acting like they want to go at it. Leave her alone, Baby Dumpling. No. Okay, if you hear caterwaulering, it'll be okay. Anyway, I still have the indoor kennel in here, but Rags spent one night inside, took her out the next morning for her initial walk, and when we came back to the door, she absolutely refused to step across that threshold. And I mean more than refused. I not like she was aggressive with DeBoss or I. She just used all of her force to resist. I am not going in. So I put extra straw in the doghouse, extra blankets on the raised pallet, moved the brooder lamp so that it is directly over her water dish, and the water is staying thawed out. But taking a drink of water reminded me of outdoor water issues. I don't think I really need to remind you guys, but I feel compelled to do so. Please make sure that your outdoor fur babies are properly tended to, especially during freezing weather. Break the ice, dump the ice. I did some research. Most of you, I'm sure, already know this. Quite often, I'm sharing tidbits of what for many of you is useless information because you already know. But just in case. Just a tidbit of research and talking to DeBoss about it because he knows about such things. It turns out that lukewarm water, with a lot of other elements taken into consideration, but let's just for purposes of what I'm talking about, when it comes to your outdoor pets' water dishes that freeze, okay, refill them with lukewarm water. It doesn't freeze as quickly as really hot water or cold water, taking into account things like surface temperature, the quantity of water. Okay, that's why I just want to just say, based on the research I did and the results, okay, the lukewarm water does not refreeze as quickly as cold or really hot water. So just a little tip there in case. So I'm going to, let's see, let me flip the lens. Like I said, we don't have to worry about copyright strike because it's my channel and I've already got it pulled up. And as you can hopefully see, maybe because there's quite a glare. And I only have shades on these windows, I don't have curtains. But maybe that'll help a little bit. So I just thought we'd sit here and look at a few videos. The very first, well, let's see. Let me just go over here. What is this? Saturday Cats in the Kitchen. 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Love the daddy. Still a glare, isn't there? That's Baby Dumpling, and this is 1 year ago. Baby Dumpling a year ago. And Baby Dumpling now. If you won't pet me, I'll pet you. If you won't pet me, I'll pet you. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Did somebody buy memberships? And I missed it? I'm seeing some of you babies are green. That Jazzy Jewel, your cat was born here and raised since was a kitten cuddling under a heating blanket. Okay, there's Willow Wisp on the right. There's DeBoss and Wang Cheng Cheetah Burrito. I wish I could get it where you didn't have that sun glare on my TV screen. Flies, darling, I missed it. Thank you, Carrie, for telling me. And Cotton Candy and Ocean Tide. Flies, baby, I missed it. I'm sorry. You lost Ethel last year, but Max is still with you. There's Patty Patches. I'm trying to, I can't get rid of the glare, babies. I just can't. There's your Willow. Okay, I can't tell without seeing the legs. But there's Patches and Dewey. Thank you for understanding, Flies. I know, Carrie. I love flies so much. I love all of you. But I know flies and Carrie and some of the others of you. I know a little bit better than others because we communicate occasionally on instant messenger. But okay, that's Deuce McKenzie. I should have been able to tell that because of his eyes crossing. There's your Willow Yorkshire Rose, if you're still here, darling. Thank you, Sassy. It's a kitty cat party. Let me turn that volume down a little bit. So, there's Julie Newmar. Looks like my carpet could have used a vacuuming. Oh, whiskey boots. They are. They, Jazzy Jewel, if it fits, they sits. Okay, so let's see. How do we? No, we don't want to watch another channel. No, 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 no. I don't want a copyright strike. Let's see. Okay. What is this? Okay. Oh, I'm going in the wrong order. Is that what I'm doing? Where are we? Okay. Oh, they're not in chronological order. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so dumb sometimes. Okay. All right, darlings. This one is titled Rescue Kittens, or Rescue Kitten. It should say kittens, and Mama Update. 1 year ago. Now, as you all know, I love where I live. Great town. Uh-oh. Sorry, I have commercials. Deuce McKenzie and Trey Amigos. They have something. They stole the straw out of my soda pop. It's under you, Trey. You're not hiding it. I see it. Trey is laying on the straw. Mommy's gonna go check on the kittens. We're going to go check on the kittens. We have to see what the kittens are doing. Oh, look how green it is. And how warm it is. I have the boss ran an extension cord all the way from the barn. So they would have been with us, guys. If I start getting teary-eyed, it's because Ginger Snap is gone, okay? But don't worry. If I do, let me move here a little. I see some eyes open. I see some open eyes on the kitties. That's our Ginger Snap. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold the camera still. Yorkshire, I know. Flies, she was the best mommy. She was the best. I know, Jen R. The babies look just exactly like her. You guys know that. Mama Cat's doing well. She looks a little bit thin, but that's to be expected. She's nursing 4 kittens, but she's eating very well. She gets plenty of nice fresh water. She's getting plenty of exercise. I know, Ocean Tide. She was wonderful. This is the first time that they We have open eyes. For the first time, open eyes. Yeah, she was happy, Yorkshire. Rescue kitten update. Eyes are opening. Moving around a lot more. Now we got to figure out what's the next step. Before they're old enough to adopt out, I said. We haven't quite got it figured out, I said. Yep. I've always had to hand raise with an eyedropper, so on, and pretend to be a mama cat. Yeah. When I've rescued kittens small because they were orphaned. So this is my first experience with the nursing mother. But all's well so far. And we'll deal with each thing as it comes along. Although I do like to think ahead and be prepared. So, yeah. I love you, baby dolls. That's it for right now. I got to get up off my knees. I got to get up off my knees, I said. Love you, bye-bye. And I don't even know if you kids could even, I don't know if you kids could even, hear. I wasn't really trying for you to hear what I was saying on the video because it's just the little teeny speakers. But so this is what I'm going to be doing today. Sorry, I started tearing up. I should have left the camera turned the other way. They're good tears. But, I don't want to bore you guys and take up a lot of your time. Sitting here watching videos. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to connect with you and let you know that although it's really, really cold here, all is well. There's my, oh boy, sorry. Look. And I can't even tell you who's who because at that time we just, this was our first experience with rescuing a nursing mother with her full litter. You guys have heard the story of Ginger Snap, so I won't go over it again. But she had weaned the babies before we lost her. She was hit by a car. But at this point in their lives, we didn't know their genders. we found, I'm sorry, in that video, my fingernails are so dirty, but I had been digging around in the dirt and actually like literally working outside. That's why my fingernails are dirty. But uh yeah, this is actually a little more than a year ago. This would have been in the summer of 2022. Can that be right? Yeah, because they had their first annual checkup in October of last year. Remember? You kids went with us. But at this point, we didn't know male, female, or anything. And Ginger Snap was just absolutely amazing how she would come regularly, like on a little schedule, to feed them, to check on them, how she entrusted their care to DeBoss and I. And, see how thin she is there. But she's a nursing mother. And according to the veterinarian, that was to be expected. Uh, and we followed the veterinarian's, I know Yorkshire, we followed the veterinarian's recommendations and directions in regards to her proper care as she recovered from, well, if we were humans, from her maternity and delivery. And but golly geez, she was the best mommy. Absolutely the best mommy. Well, I say that, darlings, as well, because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that. Because she's the only. You were there the whole time, Yorkshire. It's 10 degrees for you, Jazzy. It's kind of neat to watch videos that were taken in the summer. I hadn't thought about that. A nice contrast to how it actually looks out my front window, where that crate was sitting at the time, just to the right of the front door. So, and again, if you're just coming in, I do apologize for the glare of my windows on the television screen. If I do this again, I will attempt to find a different angle to amend that, or I will do this at a different time of day so that the sun is in a different place, so that you can see them better. And we're not going to watch them all. This is just me sharing with you guys what I'm doing on a cold day, and it's almost time to walk Rags again. So I thought if I stood up again and maybe put myself between the window and the screen. Oh my goodness. So guys, thanks for coming over. And Whist, darling, they would have lost their lives if it had not been for the boss. And the story of their rescue is actually told in one of these. I think there are 28 of these. Hi, you could see my reflection there for a second. Let me flip back around here. I hate for you guys to see me because I really do. I look awful, and I'm aware that I look awful. But that's what I'm doing today after cleaning litter boxes in between the walking. To finish out, reassuring anyone, I'm glad you did too, Ocean Tide, who may feel concern over Rags's, I'm not sure that's how you would say it, but over Rags' apostrophe refusal to come back inside. I'm just scrolling over here while I'm talking to you. She's fine. Her first time out in the snow, uh, she was biting at it, uh, unsure of it, found herself enjoying it. But when we walk, and it's more because of the temperature, I'm sure, than because of the snow itself. When we walk, and I'm pretty much keeping her regular schedule, she's ready. She goes pee pee, whatever else, and she leads me back to her warm kennel. I monitor for her safety by checking her water. And this morning there was not even a sheen of ice on it. Yesterday morning there was, but it wasn't frozen. There was just a little sheen of ice across the top. And I had to coax her out of that. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. I know it's nice and warm in that doghouse. I know you're liking that straw. Uh-huh. But I know you got to go. Let's go. And then we come right back. So, anywho, that's what today. Oh, hi, Christina. Or Christina, I think it is. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So, the other videos on the playlist encompass different things like DeBoss building the outdoor habitat that is now Rags's kennel. And I'm pausing because I want to share with you guys before I say goodbye, because we're nearing the 1 hour mark. I'm reconsidering, do I want to say what I was thinking about saying or sharing? Because some folks, they're like, well, you know what? I'm here to see kitty cats and Rags. I'm not here to be inspired by a particular thought process of thankfulness, Miss Susan, that you have had. So I understand if anybody tunes out because they're like, well, this is just silly. I don't want to hear this. How one thing in life can lead to another. And is it serendipitous? Is it coincidental? Or did the good Lord above see down the road and go, well, for DeBoss and Susan, we need one thing to lead to another. Let me get this out. We intended to adopt the Ninja Kittens out. There were no takers. So there came a point in their growth that DeBoss and I realized, well, we've got to come up with something bigger for them because we already have 8 rescues inside and our little bungalow is kind of running out of room. In that regard. So he built what at the time we called the catio, now Rags's kennel. He constructed it 5 feet wide, 5 feet tall, 8 feet long, completely encased in kitchen wire, over a frame of 2x4s, with a gate and a lock. Don't know why you would need to lock 4 little teeny kittens in. How are they going to open that big heavy door? But the lock was there anyway. And they began to grow, and inclement weather came. And so we're like, well, there are no takers. Winter is coming, and this would be the winter of 2022 into 2023. They're going to have to come inside. And so those of you who have been around the channel long enough know that my office and our guest room, which adjoin one another, became the Ninja Kitten Kitty Cat Suite. And they're in there right now, happy as all get out, especially since I rearranged some things so that I could open one of the sliding doors on my wardrobe closet and give them access to the closet. So the catio sat empty for a year on the carport, and I would from time to time say, you know what, we really need to move that thing out yonder. We need to take that to the barn. We need to take that apart. So on and so forth. But just never got around to it. And then Rags got rescued. And you guys know the story of how all of a sudden, to me anyway, at the time, out of the clear blue sky popped into my head, under the set of circumstances on that day at that time, between the neighbor and I, we used pieces of lunch meat because out of the clear blue sky, here again, it occurred to me, well, if we can get it to it, because I didn't know Rags was male or female at the time. And of course, the intention was for her to go to the shelter or to find her owner. There was no owner, at least not one that cared. And the shelter was full beyond capacity, and we're no longer taking in dogs or cats. You guys know Rags's journey. It's been posted here on the channel all along. But on that day, I was like, okay, you do this, I said to the neighbor, and I'll do that. And let's see if we can get her to walk into there. And she did. Rags walked right into what had been known as the catio that the boss had built for these 4 kittens. And it was perfect. When my friend John, who is our animal control officer here, came by to check her to see if she was chipped, and we found out she was not. She is now. We had a nice long just standing around out there looking at her and petting her and talking about animal care and the lack thereof. from many. John let me know that day when I asked him about the accommodations for Rags. He said, "This is better than almost anything I've ever seen, actually." It couldn't be more perfect. And I was like, okay, cool. It meets with state law, by Arkansas state law. I'm only required to feed her, give her water and shelter, period. Of course, you guys know she gets a whole lot more than that. But she ended up in the catio. And then this winter, the kennel that was actually a dog kennel that had been brought inside and placed in the back room to quarantine little old man because he was ill and needed intensive care. That kennel was given to us by my best friend Gracie, who is no longer on this earth. She had been a volunteer at the Humane Society and after some time was actually hired as an employee. And during that time, she would from time to time foster kitty cats brought to the shelter when they were on beyond capacity. So she had been donated, gifted, given different kennels. And that particular kennel, although for a dog, she had chosen to bring home because there was a litter and she wanted them to all be able to be in the same habitat together while she was fostering them. When Gracie died, her youngest son came up and asked me if I would like to have that kennel, and I couldn't really see that I would ever have a need for it because I didn't have a dog, didn't plan to have a dog. Came in really handy though when little old man was so sick. And then when this winter came and we were getting the weather alerts, I said, wow. And here's where the part may come that you go, oh gosh, that's so silly. How the Lord provides. If DeBoss had not rescued these 4 little kittens along with their nursing mother out of a storm drain out from under a road on a stormy Friday afternoon right before dark, he would never have built the catio. Had he never built the catio, when we found Rags, or I found Rags, laying in the middle of the intersection, nearly being run over by vehicles who did not care enough, the drivers or passengers within them, to stop and see if she was okay. The catio was there for her. When the dog kennel that I had no need for was gifted to me, us, by my friend Gracie's youngest son after she passed away, a thing I had no use for but held on to, golly gee, it sure has come in handy. And yesterday, I was thinking through all of that in a lot more detail, remembering, and it brought me to a place where I said, thank you, God. Thank you that you knew we would need a kennel. Thank you that you knew how things would go. And that way ahead of time, before we ever knew we'd need, the need had already been met. Thank you. There's baby Dumpling, Ginger Snap, and her babies. Our sergeant at arms, who is asleep on the job, Dastardly Doolittle, otherwise known as Dewey. My house is a mess, by the way. I can't tell because I can't see the legs. Either Dose or Deuce McKenzie and his sister, Julie Newmar. The beautiful blankets, crocheted and provided by Still and Leather and shipped here from Canada, because that's where she lives. All the things you kids probably get tired of saying because you're like, yeah, we know you keep the stuff we send. The other brother, with his legs tucked up underneath as well. Haven't put the kennel back yet, but Rags stayed in it for one night. But we'll put it back in the back room. There's our pretty Patty Patches. Let's stroll on before we say goodbye. See what we can see. If Yorkshire Rose, oh, I thought it was Willow, but it isn't, darlings. I'm sorry. There's our Wang Chang Cheetah Burrito. I know, I love you too. And we'll bring the kennel back here again. Kids, I'm reluctant to do it, but I'm going to anyway. Oh, there's Willow. Yorkshire, if you're still here, there's Willow. Hi, Libby Cats. I really don't want to go in there because it's an absolute disaster area, but I'm going to anyway. Anyone out there who chooses to judge me because I have not yet attended to my household chores before I went live, oh well. But we've been looking at them nursing. We saw them the first time I saw them and remarked, we have open eyes. So Carrie, if you're still here, please cue the dramatic music. Here, I have to show Willow again. We have to get a really good few frames in the shot or in the show of Willow for Yorkshire Rose. Show her your eyes. Show her your pretty eyes. No, not the litter boxes. Okay. Dun. Dun, dun. No, you're not going in. Dun, dun, dun. No, you're not going in. Dun, 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 dun. No, You are not going in. Need it. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Are you sleepy? Did we wake you up? Meow, 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 meow. Privacy, please. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. If it fits, I sits. Now, Flies, if you're still here, honey, no worries. The cat tower did not vanish into thin air. It's being utilized temporarily. Oh, and the steps that you sent are right there because I still can't figure out where I want them to go. Because I have to take all of this down, and that's my excuse. That's why I'm adding an extra syllable to everything. Okay, but there we have Sir Arthur Wells. Meow, 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 meow. Summer Lucille. Utah. And the elusive, oh, I need a cameo. Lady Opal Moon. So, guys, I'm trying to avoid showing certain areas because it's such a disaster area in here. I'm like, no, don't point it that way. Don't point it that way. Okay. I know this looks hokey right now. Look what they've done to the door. But I just temporarily, I'm going to take the blue one back where it belongs, but just temporarily so that they can go up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. So, but I didn't want Flies to say, Flies might go, well, where is the blue cat tower? There it is. So anyway, I'm not finished. I'm going to do some stuff up there so that they can go up and have a little more space. Okay. So, guys, that's it. Thank you for coming over. Please feel free to check out the Amazon wish list, which has a great number of necessities on it. I need dry food for cats, dry food for dog, wet food for cat, wet food for dog, treats. We need it all. Clumping cat litter. If you can, you want to, please feel free to. Anyway, that's about it, kids. We're all well, and it's time to go walk Rex. And so also I'm trying to talk rather loudly in order to cover up the audio of the YouTube channel that was running on my desktop in there. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. All right. So once again, thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you're not subbed up, please consider doing so. It'd really help us out in the algorithm if you'd hit that thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either one is cool. If you've got any social media platforms where you can share us out, or maybe, you've got some friends that like cats and weird old ladies that just sit around and talk about mostly nothing, maybe share the channel with them. I don't know. And in the meantime, rest easy, knowing that all is well here, even though we are in single-digit temperatures. Please, kids, keep the checkups up to date, keep the shots up to date. Take good care of your fur babies. Give them more than what the law requires. Yeah, give them good food. Make sure they got clean, fresh water. Shelter. Yeah, that fulfills the law. Little grooming, petting, talking to, snuggling with, and letting them know that you love them as much as they love you. That's really cool. Please be kind to wildlife. We are encroaching on their habitat, and they can use all the help within reasonable guidelines that we can provide. The most important to me, as always, is that you remember to be kind to one another. It's not going to cost you one thin dime, and it's not going to hurt you one single bit. And it is going to come back to you when you least expect it, but you need it the very most. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I have to go walk Rags. What's new, pussycats? Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whiskers. I love you guys. See you the next time. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.